is Eric. I'm from the cell phone store. So today I'm going to be reviewing my Galaxy S7 Edge after a month of use. So I'm starting off with the design of it. It is a pretty good looking phone. The curves and everything, it's something that if you're using it, people they're like, oh damn, like that's a nice looking phone. So I really like it, the design. To be honest, I have never ever used the edge panels. I did use them one time, but I only used it to set it up. That's about it. I forget about it, to be honest. I never used it. I don't think I will ever use it, or maybe sometimes I would if I remember. But about the edge panel, it's just something that you forget about that over time. So once you start using the phone, you just forget about it, to be honest. I never used that on. As far as the, like I said, going back to the design, like if we look back at the older model, Galaxy S6 Edge, I used this phone and I didn't like it because it kind of felt like too sharp in my hand. And then another thing that I had a problem is that when I was typing something, this part of the hand would be hitting the screen. And to be honest, I still have that with this phone. So sometimes when I'll be typing something, it kind of gets confusing because this part of my hand, it's clicking on the screen and it's just like, damn, it's frustrating. So as far as the when you hold it, you really have to kind of like get a different grip so that you're not touching anything on the screen because it's really sensitive. Going to like the performance and battery and everything, it's amazing. Battery wise, I think I have never used a phone that has given me a lot of battery. I can pretty much go from like 100, like let's say in the morning, 100% full, and then I'll say I use my phone a lot, Netflix, YouTube, so I'll be using it a lot, and then I download a lot of things, Wi-Fi tethering, and I think I can get it with the day of a full charge. Like right now, I'm at 34%. It's barely 5 p.m., but I think I can go by the whole day till I get home, like maybe 9 p.m. So battery wise, it's pretty good. Fingerprint about this, it's really fast. It's very responsive. So I'll show you guys. Like it's pretty fast. Not as fast as the iPhone 6s. That one is just you touch it and like it goes right through. But it's still very responsive to your fingerprint, so that's not an issue. Cameras, to be honest, I have the Note 5 here. I have the Galaxy S6 Edge Plus here. Galaxy S6, and I have the Galaxy Edge and the Galaxy S6. To be honest with the camera, they're all about the same. You don't really like see a difference in camera. I know that people say, hey, well, this phone's really good and low light and everything. It's something that it's not like a deal breaker. Like if I was to show you this phone and tell you, hey, this phone is the Galaxy S7, you will probably believe me because it's the same quality picture and everything. So as far as the picture and as it goes here with everyone with the software, I'll say that those phones right there do the same thing as this one. I did notice though with this phone, I don't know if it's my T-Mobile plan or something that's going on with my signal, or my house is not getting good signal or good reception. But I did notice that this phone is a lot slower with my 4G speeds than it was with my Note 5. I don't know why. With my Note 5, I never had any issues streaming because I do a lot of Wi-Fi tethering. So I would tether my PS4 with my Note 5 and it was no lag at all. With this one, it's a lot of lag, to be honest. If I'm watching Netflix, and Netflix doesn't even require a really high speed internet, it still buffers, and that's something that's kind of frustrating me with this phone. The Note 5, I never ever had a problem with this. I rooted it, I installed a custom ROM, and I don't know if that's what I need on this, but it was just a beast. It was so fast that I was amazed every time that I used it. It was something that I knew for sure that every time I used this, and that it wasn't gonna let me down. My mom, my wife, my PS4, and a few tablets at the house, they would all connect to my Wi-Fi tethering, and it was just amazing. So that's one thing that's bugging me with this phone is that I don't get the same upload speeds or download speeds with the S7 Edge. I called T-Mobile. They said, "Hey, your location's fine." I told them, "Hey, how come my Notify was a little bit faster?" They just don't know. So I don't know if it's the phone, if it's because I had a custom ROM on my other one. I don't know what could it be. But pretty much, do I recommend this phone over all those? I'll say if you have to, make the switch. But if not, just stay with those phones. Those are still pretty good phones. Although if I was to pick from all these right here on top, like the Note 5, the Galaxy S6 Edge, the Galaxy S7 S6 Edge, just a small one, or the Galaxy S6, I'll probably go with the Note 5. This one, the battery's not so good. This one, like I said, the touch, your palm is touching the screen. This one, for me, it's way too expensive if I break it because you cannot just replace the glass. And this one, I just completely recommend, and I like this. I am looking forward to the Note 6 coming out pretty soon. One thing though that I completely love about this phone, my Galaxy S7, is the fact that I'm able to put my memory card. I have a 128 gig memory card in here, and that's just like damn, like it's amazing that I have that here. That's pretty much my review on this one, and I'm being very honest about this. If I was to, like, if the Note 5 had a SD card slot, I would be rocking this no problem. It's just that even with the 64 gig, I download a lot of ROMs, a lot of files. I download a lot of things that require me to have a bigger memory. So that's pretty much the only thing keeping me from switching this phone. The memory or space memory in this phone. I have pretty much a 128 and then plus a 32. That's the only thing keeping me from switching this phone. Other than that, the phone's great. Battery lasts is pretty good. It does kind of get overheat sometimes when I'm charging it, but it's normal because it has a rapid charger, so that's normal with these phones. I like this. The always on screen is not something that you're like, wow, like a big feature, but I really like this. Just the fact that it's just there all the time when you need to see the time. Other than that, that's about it, guys. I like the phone. It's not a bad phone. It just has those things, like I said, that still bug me when I'm typing and it's hitting the screen. Although it has gotten better with the case. If you put a case, it's a little bit better grip. But I mean, I think that if you have one of these phones, you want to be showing off the back. Like I have my D brand. You just want to be showing off the phone, so it's kind of like you have to have a case in order for your palm not to hit the screen. Another thing that I really like about my Galaxy S7 Edge is the fact that it's waterproof or water resistant. Believe it or not, I have been showing off this phone pretty much the whole month to all my friends, saying, "Hey, let me get your water bottle. You dare me to put water on my phone?" And you know, it's just fun. And I tell them, "Hey, your iPhone cannot do this right now, and maybe it's probably not gonna do it in the near future." So that's one thing that it does come in handy. Like if you drop it in the toilet or it just gets wet, it just comes in handy. So it's good to have that. And I think that Samsung really did a good job with this when it came to that, because I kind of got scared after a while of doing it so much that I'm like, man, I think my phone is not gonna, the speakers are not gonna sound right. You know, the charging port is not gonna be charging because it's not covering anything at the bottom. So. But no, the phone still works good and everything. I still throw it in the water here and there just to show people, my family members. But yeah, then I mean, I know Samsung, the Galaxy S6 Edge, the Galaxy S6 Active, they came out with this, but who's gonna like this phone? I mean, I think every time I see this phone, I just think of like someone that works like in something in labor that's like you're always like moving up and down, carrying heavy things. And I mean, I think this phone is meant for those people. But I wouldn't like this phone to be having it all day with me. It is water resistant as well. It has a good battery. It's a good phone, but I just don't like the design of this one. And then if you have a GoPro, who's gonna be wanting to carry a GoPro the whole time? You'll probably forget it at home. You'll never forget your phone. So it's a pretty good. I mean, the phone has a really good camera. It's waterproof and everything. So this is like pretty much combining into that with the GoPro. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much what I like about the phone. It's a really good phone, like I said, like I've been saying the whole video. Although I am really looking forward for a phone that maybe like the Note 6, maybe it could be waterproof. And the breaking point for me is that it has to have a memory card or a bigger memory, like a 128 or something. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video.